tumor and some congenital anomalies, our medicine has got good results. If it is soft swelling is there, we can try the Apis mellifica is the medicine. We can, this hemangioma is there, we have hemamelis is the medicine. Then thuja for any outgrowth, thuja is the medicine. Then Calcaria floor is the medicine. So as I keep on telling you, you remember the 4 medicine therapeutic for each disease. Now, as I told you, the sinus, these sinus are common in newborn babies, young infants and all. So sinus is the opening on the dorsum of the nose, and hair may be seen protruding out. Sometime hair may be, because of this embryonic tissue within the dermoid, we may have hair also. So hair protruding are also seen. So sinus tract may lead to the dermoid cyst. So that tract can go to the dermoid cyst, and it may have intracranial dural connection. Even it can have the connection with the brain, because there is communication of through the cribriform plate of the ethmoid. Okay, in the nose, the roof of the nose is formed by cribriform plate of the ethmoid. Through that cribriform plate of the ethmoid, the first cranial nerve, olfactory nerve passes. So there can be communication through that also. So this only condition you should know. Now, what can be the complication? Complication, if dermoid is there, cyst is there, that has communication with the intracranial structure through the veins, through the meninges, then there are chances of meningitis. Inflammation of meninges is there, meningitis is there. Then treatment for this type of the dermoid with sinus, removal of the ethmoid, removal of the, it's spelling wrong, ethmoid with the tract. So tract we can remove, nasal bone to remove, any extension which has to be, that to be removed, and then repair. Now, benign tumor. Benign tumors which are non-cancerous, these are rhinophyma tumor. So here external growth of the nose is seen at the middle age people. Then papilloma, skin warts. Okay, skin warts due to papillovirus, skin warts are there. Hemangioma, the blood vessel tumor, and hemangioma are more common in very young children. Okay, hemangioma are there. Then pigmented nevus, discoloration. Dark color discoloration, red or black color discoloration is known as nevus, that can be there. Then seborrheic keratotritis, the keratin layer with the sebaceous layer that can be damaged. Neurofibromata, okay, lot of multiple small tumor along with the nerves can be there. Then tumor of sweat gland, those can be there. So you see this here, this is the nevus, discoloration of the skin, rhinophyma, this external growth. Then again, rhinophyma, this one, you see the external growth. That growth, when it comes down to the nose, it blocks the nose, then difficulty in respiration, dyspnea will be there. It can block even eye, vision can be damaged. Okay, the vision will be not that clear, so that can be there, and it is treated with the surgery. Same rhinophyma. Then malignant tumor, cancer. Cancer around the skin of nose are basically 2 types. One are the rodent ulcer, that is basal cell carcinoma. The basal cell carcinoma and squamous cell carcinoma. So basal cell carcinoma commonly occur at the age of 40 to 60 years, and there is reddish outgrowth, and that is very small type of the tumor, and it can be treated with the surgery also. Then we have squamous cell that can have metastasis. So as I told you, the basal cell carcinoma, the rodent ulcer, it is most common among this tumor over here, cancer over here. About 87% of the cancer in this region are basal cell carcinoma. Then male and female ratio are the same, suffering is the same. As I told you, age group 40 to 60, and there is a cyst, then papillonodules will be there, and there can be ulceration. There can be ulceration in this region. So around the nose, that can be there. This is, you see here, growth can be on the nose, tip of the nose, side of the nose. And nodal metastasis. The metastasis spreading of the cancer is very rare, especially to the lymph node. So that's why the prognosis is not that bad. This is basal cell, depend on size, see here. It can be on the tip of nose, it looks like here. And very easily, most commonly when the patient comes around the nose here, near the medial canthus of the eye, you will find near the medial canthus of the eye, by seeing we can have idea that is a basal cell carcinoma or rodent ulcer. So treatment is the cryosurgery, we can use the cryosurgery, then radiations are there, lasers are there nowadays. Then epithelial cell tumor, epithelioma, squamous cell carcinoma. It is an epithelial cell tumor. Second most common tumor after the basal cell carcinoma, second most age group is the same. So they spread through this lymph node. Okay, lymph node can be affected in this. The treatment, radiotherapy, surgery, plastic surgery. Nowadays, chemotherapy is also used. This is melanoma. Melanocytes, okay, cell. So it will be dark in color, blackish in color when you see. This is melanoma. But it is least common. Okay, there are very, very rare cases are there. And nodular invasive, it is there. Nodules are infected. And this can be. Now the common disease of the nose, furunculosis. This is very common. What happened? The picking of vibrissae, tough hair within the nose, tough hairs are there, and this hair looks ugly when it comes out. So people used to pull it. So due to pulling of this, there will be infection of the bacteria, and it can lead furunculosis. Okay, and also cutting with the instrument which are not sterilized, the seizure and all that can cause furunculosis. So if furunculosis will be there will be abscess, there will be pus, there will be pain, there will be redness, and there may be fever also there. So it is the acute infection of hair follicle. So hair follicle infection is there, and mainly it is by staphylococci. Okay, the staphylococci bacteria is there. So as I told you, trauma is the main cause. By picking or plucking the vibrissae, the clinical lesion is very small. The area will be smaller. It will be extremely painful and tender. The pain and tenderness would be there. Then all feature of itis would be there. Fever, pain, malaise, redness, even it can cause headache. So you can make out here, this redness on the tip of the nose will be there, redness here around the nose will be there, then on the face, cellulitis can be there, and abscess can be there. Now, if you remember, in anatomy, I used to tell the area around nose and upper lip is known as dangerous area of the face. Because here we have the veins which are communicated with the pterygoid venous plexus, which lies over the pterygoid muscle. And pterygoid venous plexus has communication with the dural venous sinuses. And main sinus important is cavernous sinus. So within the cranial cavity, you have got dural venous sinuses. Those venous sinuses drain the blood from the cranial cavity. They have connection, they have communication with the veins of the face. So this region, if any infection is there, if that is not treated properly, the infection may spread from the pterygoid plexus of the vein through the imagery vein. Imagery veins are those veins which connect extracranial vein with the intracranial vein. So extracranial vein and intracranial vein are communicated with the imagery vein. So this infection of the nose can go through the imagery vein to the dural venous sinuses, and it can cause cavernous sinus thrombosis. That is very tough and complicated condition. So furunculosis can lead if it is not treated properly. So this is the treatment, same antibiotic, anti-inflammatory, analgesic, antipyretic, then hot fermentation can be given, hot apply can be used. Then vestibulitis, vestibule of the nose. When you remember the lateral wall of the nose, okay, when you go through the external nail, inside what the space is there, that is known as the vestibule of the nose. It is lined by the mucous membrane. It is lined by the mucosa, okay, that is the columnar epithelium. The inflammation of this mucosa of vestibule area of the nose is known as vestibulitis. So diffuse dermatitis of nasal vestibule, because here you have epidermis and inside you have mucous membrane. So infection from skin can go to the mucous membrane and it can cause vestibulitis. The predisposing factor like from